I was walking through this huge building. It reminded me a little bit of Eaton Centre in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. But this place had everything. It seemed like an entire city contained within this gigantic structure. The first area that I remember walking through was a mall. It was just every store conceivable there, and a fountain, cafeteria. No, it was a mall. And the next area that I remember walking through was a locker room with showers adjoining that room. I didn't mean to walk through. I think it was a men's locker room, by the way, but I didn't mean to walk through it. Sure I didn't, right? Yeah, nobody's going to believe that, but yeah, that's my story anyway. I didn't mean to walk through the showers and locker room. I just was exploring this big building, and I just happened to walk through there, and nobody was in there anyways. Then I went up a couple of flights of steps, and God, this place was huge. I could have spent forever just exploring this place, but I wound up walking down a narrow hallway, and some of the windows, I remember, were very cloudy. They were old, they were broken, cobwebs in corners. It looked like this hall of this big building had not been used in many, many years, but it wasn't closed off. I didn't have to break through anything. I didn't have to pick any locks or anything to begin walking down this hallway. Eventually I came to the end of the hallway, and I opened the door, and inside was an older gentleman. He looked basically the way Mick Fleetwood, the drummer for Fleetwood Mac, the way that he looked in the film The Running Man, when he was made up to look like a much older man, which is probably the way that he actually looks now. But this old man was living in this little room at the end of this rarely used hallway in this huge building, and he had a private arcade in there. Carpeting was nice. He had what looked like 8-bit images of spacemen and spacecraft and planets and all that stuff painted on the walls. And he had vintage, he had 1980s arcade games, and he had a little skee-ball game. He had air hockey. It was a nice little arcade, and I marveled over this little setup this guy had come up with, and he was a very nice guy. I don't remember what in particular we talked about, but I know we had a nice conversation. He was very cordial. I know I sat down. I played Afterburner at one point, and yeah, I eventually woke up. It was a very pleasant dream. I hope I dream about this big building more often, and I hope I go back to that that old fellow's arcade and play some more of his machines and talk to him some more. This was a nice dream. It was a very nice dream. Yeah, I had the day off from work today, so for once my alarm clock didn't wake me up. I just woke up on my own.